Why do the people that we love the most trigger us the most? A video, a topic to talk about, and we're gonna dismantle that right now. Okay, so here's my thing on that. So, who are the people that we tend to love the most? Our families, our parents, our romantic relationship partners, our friends, things like that. Now, let's talk about family and parents and stuff like that. Why did they? Oh my God, they keep saying that they're gonna steal my phone. Do you hear that person? Shut up. Anyways, why do our families trigger us? The people who are basically our who we come when we come into this world, when we come into this life, these are the first people who we learn to love and that love us. You feel me? These are the families that we come into. Now, why are they triggering? Why are most families toxic and they cause us some type of pain in order for us to get over it, and not just get over it, but in order for us to heal it. But the reason is that love is not just a feeling. Love is an experience. Love is life. Love is life. The reason why the people that we love the most trigger us is because they trigger the emotions, they trigger the wounds that we need to heal. And who else is gonna do that other than people who are close to us and know us on a deeper level than the rest of the world? The people who we love. And it's not even about if they love us or not, it's the people who we love. The reason why they trigger us is because when you love someone, you open yourself up to that person. You're vulnerable with someone that you love. Especially in a romantic relationship, you're vulnerable with that person. Maybe not right away, but eventually you certainly get to be vulnerable if the relationship, goes a long time and stuff like that. You learn to just be yourself and be open. And the reason why romantic relationships, when a partner upsets us and you love that person, but the things that they do, they bother you so much. You know how like everyone can say that their boyfriend or girlfriend be getting them really mad and that they don't understand that person and that they're really upset or whatever the fuck. It's because when you're in love with a person, when you love a person, love is a teacher. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Love is a teacher. Love is an experience that allows us to gain wisdom. Why I stay like that? That's me receiving the messages, you feel me? Love is an experience that allows us to gain wisdom. That's why from every relationship that you're in, every loving relationship, every romantic relationship, there's a lesson there. If you have a lot of romantic relationships, then you have a lot to learn, and that's a great thing. And that's why, actually, if you're the kind of person who jumps from relationship to relationship, that means you didn't learn anything. Because after every relationship, I personally believe that when you break up, you should take time to heal and be by yourself and be with yourself so that you can soak in what you just learned. So that you can be like, okay, I just ended it with this person. You feel me? Process your emotions, process the breakup, and process what you've learned. Process what you liked and didn't like about this relationship so that the next one you know so much more better. And it's not even about the other person, it's about yourself. Because when you learn about yourself through the people that you love. So, for example, your parent does something to you that you didn't like. It's not about what the person did, it's not about what your parent did. It's about you just learned something that you didn't like, that you probably didn't know before. Or if you did know before, you can get deeper into as to why you don't like that thing. Because that's another thing. Whenever anyone triggers us, any kind of triggers, any kind of emotions that are invoked in us, that's an opportunity to learn. That's an opportunity to get deeper into why those things are happening to you. Why am I triggered by this? Someone just looked at me, we're in the street, and I'm upset. Why? You feel me? That's the kind of thing that we need to do. And whether we admit it or not, family is one of the biggest teachers in life. Because when you come in a family, when you're a baby, you basically learn to love these people unconditionally. You love them and they love you, blah, blah, blah. But the older you get, the more you find out the family secrets, the things that they kept from you. The older you get and the more wiser you get, the more able you are able to see these people for who they truly are. You're able to see all the wounds, all of the negative toxic traits. You're able to see that because you're not a kid anymore. You're not oblivious to that. And Yeah, that's the whole thing about life. Family is a teacher. Family can be so toxic and so disgusting and just so like ill, but in reality it's not about them. They're like that, but that has nothing to do with you, because that's another thing I feel like we all need to do. We need to be able to separate ourselves from our family, because just because we're family and we're blood, that doesn't mean we're all the same. Because that's another thing about families, especially in the families of color, that we think that we're one. Like a family of 1,000 people, they're all one. Like that's not true. You're each an individual. You feel me? And that's something that needs to be talked about. So we are talking about it. We are individuals. Just because you birthed me, or just because I'm your grandson, you're whoever, we are not the same. We can be similar physically, but mentally, spiritually, we are not the same. I'm one soul, you're another soul, you're another soul, you're another soul. I'm a body, you're a body, you feel me? We're separate. We're connected, but we're detached, because I'm my own person. And that's the whole thing. And going back to people triggering us, when a family member triggers you, that is a wound, most of the time relating to yourself, that you need to heal. That is being a parent to you, is making yourself evident so that you bring attention to it, so that you heal. And it's not just with family members, even sometimes strangers in the street. When a stranger, especially, and that's another thing, if a stranger triggers you, like someone you don't know, says something to you that makes you really upset or makes you really angry, that's the universe like really just being like, bro, this is a wound that you need to heal ahora, right now. Because a stranger, that's kind of just like, you feel me? That should just not bother you. Someone who you don't know, who you don't have any kind of emotional connection with or mental, someone who just is irrelevant in your life, should remain that way. Should have no type of effect in your life. Negatively, at least. And yeah, family and love. Primarily love, like I said earlier, is a teacher. Love is not a feeling. Like I feel like love is not a feeling. I feel like love is an umbrella emotion, or not, you know what? Love can be a feeling, but under the feeling of love, there's different emotions like anger. The people who we love that sometimes make us angry. The people who we love who sometimes makes us sad, makes us upset, anxious. And it's not that they make us feel that way, it's that they trigger that emotion that's already within you, because someone cannot make you feel anything. Someone can remind you of how you already feel. You feel me? That's the actual fact. No one cannot make you feel how you don't feel. If you don't feel a certain way, if you're not familiar with something, then you're not gonna feel that shit. I mean, there's always first times, of course, but it's like when it comes to people making you feel any kind of way, it's not that they're making you feel that way, it's that they trigger that emotion within you. Sometimes most of the time they're negative emotions. Not most of the time, because obviously when you're in a romantic relationship and even with family, you have great times, you have great connections. But the reason why you're triggered by certain people, certain family members, certain anything, is because there is a wound within yourself that you need to heal. I said that like 20 times, but you need to get that through your head. This is something that we all need to fucking know. And that's a fact. I'm gonna catch you on my next YouTube video, and I hope you have a blessed day. See ya.